I'm Michelle Gorenser. I live in Logan and I've lived here for like 16 years. I am not a politically active person. I vote all the time. I caucus, but I don't like marching around the courthouse. It's really not my thing. Um, and I got involved because of a letter to the editor by Charles Ashurst. And one of his letters mentioned carbon fee and dividend and CCL. And that caught my eye because it's a really grounded solution, which is something I had been looking for and I didn't know existed. So I looked up CCL, I read carbon fee and dividend, and I was like, why doesn't everybody know about this? Why doesn't every single person, all of my friends who care about climate change, why doesn't everybody know about this? And so I joined, and then I hooked up with my local people, and I got a card in the mail that said there was a town hall meeting. So those guys told me to show up, and Tom said this is what we do in the town hall meeting, and Bill helped me find resources on the CCL website. And I attended the initial conference call for CCL. But I just like studied the information that was pointed to me, and it's really simple because I have absolutely no idea how to, I've never been to a town hall meeting, first of all. I've never spoken to a member of Congress. I do call and write and email, but I've never talked to them personally, and I don't know how to get myself in a position to talk to somebody of sway. So I just read the instructions and I did what it said. It said dress nice. So I put on a dress and a nice little sweater, and it said sit in the front. So I went and it said go early and stay late and get to know the staffers. So I went early in my dress, and I was disappointed because the first thing that happened was there were these little papers that said you have to write your question down. So I thought, oh no, we don't get to like raise our hands and ask our questions. Like they choose the questions, so we might not even get chosen. And so then I remembered the CCL training said, find common ground, like lead with common ground and lead with acknowledgement and appreciation. So I thought I got to word this really well or else I'm not going to get chosen for my question. So I wrote on the top, thank you for all you do in capital letters, and I underlined it. And then I wrote my question starting off with, I'd like to thank you for your leadership on saying out loud that climate change is a threat to our national security, et cetera, something he had actually said. And then I asked, what's your level of willingness at this time to support a carbon fee and dividend type plan that don't ask a yes or no question? I mean, really, I'm an intense person. I have an inconsistent demeanor. I can be irritable. I am not the kind of person you want to send into this sort of thing with my own resources. I'm not. So I was just going by the script because I thought if I go by my own way of doing things, it's not going to go well. I was like really early. I went up front and put my question in the basket, and then I sat down right there and I waited to see what staff member would come. As soon as someone came and I could see it was a staff member, I got up, I introduced myself. I thanked them for bringing this to North Logan and for all they do to put it on, and that we can be there together. And it even said, smile and be pleasant. So I was just trying to have a pleasant face and smile. And when I saw the staff member going through the papers, I saw him take mine out and put it aside. So I was like hoping that meant that I'm going to be in the pile, which I was in the pile, and it was last, and we were running out of time, and I was allowed to say it out loud, which I thought I was grateful for because I could expand a little bit on it and show some emotion and make eye contact. I remained neutral. I noticed other people in the audience there was some negativity happening, and I could see how that's not productive. And I don't want to be associated with that, so I tried to just remain neutral, keep eye contact, and keep smiling toward and nodding and just remaining connected. And then I waited quite a while to talk to the staff member afterwards, and just started, I didn't know what I was going to say. I just thought, I don't know what I'm supposed to say to this guy to try to get to talk to Rob Bishop about, I don't even know what. So I just, I said a prayer, and I started acknowledging things that I appreciated about Rob Bishop, which is a little hard for me. I just thought, I'm just going to observe him as a human being and acknowledge things that I relate to. So I said, you know what? He's a real systems thinker. He takes things that are disordered and he orders them. And I really, that resonates with me. I like that he does that. I think he could do well by this bill. It's important to me that it is aligned with conservative values. That is true. And I didn't say anything that wasn't true. That was also important to me. And so I kept going in that direction until the staff member became engaged and animated and seemed like he was on the same page with me. And then he said, you should talk to him tonight before he leaves. And I said, you think I could? Would he be able to? And he said, yeah, I'll help you out with there. So he went over and like told him that he should talk to me. And so Rob Bishop actually, made an effort to come talk to me. I was able to tell him, I need you because I don't want someone else to bring this. I want this to be a free market solution. And I really think this is aligned with your values in a way that you don't even realize. And I really want you to look at it. And I want you to bring this. I want you to bring this. And I want you to do it before you leave because I don't know who's coming in after you. And it's important to me. And so I tried to make an honest connection as someone who is appreciative of his ability to do this work, which I am. And so he finally said, okay, send it to me. I'll look at it. I just was like, thank you so much. That's, that's really what I want is for you to have your eyes on this and for you to be the one to do this. So I don't know, that felt pretty good. And it felt like a little bit of a miracle because I'm not that girl.